This is something I wrote about my experience overseas, in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan. And I titled it My Final Prayer. And I'll just get into it. It starts off with, the day was hot. It was only spring, but still so hot. We had walked all day, walking, sweating, hurting, and stopping, just to pick up and continue on. The sweat covered our bodies as it ran down our dirty flesh and turned to mud, collecting in our clothing and hair. We all carried so much it made the body ache. Every part of the body hurts, but still we pushed on. Still always we would push forward, drinking water. Always we drank water, to the point of it becoming sickening, just the thought of it. But we walked on. We would smile through the pain and despair. Through the hopelessness, we would laugh and joke. And always, we would continue to move, one foot after the other. The day had started early and had grown long. The sun was falling and the wind blowing, and the mind wandering. The wind kissing our wet skin, bringing on a chill so soothing and so refreshing. We were to finish the day in a home, some long forgotten place, abandoned. Maybe our fault, maybe not. No way for us to ever truly know. Then in a moment there was silence. What had happened? Where was I? What had happened to the sound? Time had slowed. Seconds moved as minutes. The air filled with smoke and ash and dirt, choking the lungs. The smell of something burning, something I had not smelled in years. A smell that put fear in my body. The smell of flesh, charred and broken. A smell that burns the nostrils and forever stays with you. Screams filled my ears. Screams of pain. Screams of confusion, screams of terror. Time now, back to normal. No, time now moves faster. So fast it's hard to keep up with what is happening. It was hard to pick myself up from the ground. My body frozen in fear and pain. It did not want to move, but it had to, so I forced it. Then I felt it on my face. Blood. Whose blood? My hand forever stained as I wiped it from my face. Dust and smoke consume all sight. It is all I can do to stumble towards the sound of the screams and the struggle. My eyes burn with the sight of the smoke, the sight of him, my Marine, my friend, my brother. Screams were exchanged. The corpsman terrified when focus came. Security was established in the medevac hall. My brother on the ground, surrounded by hands desperately trying to keep life in his body. Wrecked and burned. What was I to do? There was nothing for me to do. Sorry. I must keep security alert. Keep my Marines on track. Get the bird on the ground. That was my job, so I screamed. I screamed orders as he screamed. As he screamed and cried for his wife, cried for his children. God, how he screamed and cried. His body mangled and missing pieces of him scattered about. As the tears started to fall, I choked it back. I choked it back and yelled out commands to my Marines. There was no time for tears, no time for fears. As the medevac came, I prayed, I pleaded, I sold my soul, but to no avail. As they tore through the sky for some faraway place, he was gone. He was lost in that dirt. He was gone in that crater. He was lost forever. As I walked and picked up the pieces he left behind, my last string, my last tether to this thing, this lie that had been and continues to be passed down, snapped and fell away. And we picked up and walked. We continued on through the sweat and the dirt. As always, we continue on, forever moving, foot after foot, through the pain and despair. But never again did I pray.